don't remember the Red Hand Gang? Lou, oh my God. How can people not remember the Red Hand Gang? There was only 12 episodes. It was a 70s show, which I believe was filmed in LA, and it was for kids in America. But like many things in America, especially sitcom shows and kids shows, they made their way over here. So we got things like the Canadian Huckleberry Finn and his friends. We also got Charles in Charge over here. And we got the Red Hand Gang, which, if you remember, had the distinctive music that went la 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 la. No? Everyone's still drawing a break? Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
I haven't seen it for ages, but well done, Adrian. I'm glad you got that. That was sort of like the one of the pivotal things that I used to watch in my youth. I thought we'd have, maybe you got it instead of us. Well, as you can see, I'm wearing a cap today because I cut my head open earlier on today. You can see the scar up there. It was basically a remnants of yesterday's Patreon stream. We were building the Ferrari, which I was hoping to do an edit for the general community. But to be honest with you, I couldn't do issue 73, I think it was, because I was missing all the parts from issue 71. And I ended up doing them all completely out of order. In the end, everything went okay, but I'm still missing issue 71. So I phoned up Panini today and they're sending one out. But luckily for me, Ian Knights has actually got in touch with me. He had a spare one, so he's going to be sending me that. So that's absolutely brilliant. How can, yeah, it's the most cheesiest thing you'll watch now, Red Hand Gang, but just watch the intro. I mean, when it was so popular when we come out, we used to whack people on the back and give them red hands, red handprints on the back. So called because they were like a detective gang. And when they explored or detected something, they'd put a red hand on a building so that their fellow detectives know where they are. A little bit like, do you remember Alfred Hitchcock and the Three Investigators, or even the Hardy Boys? That sort of thing. But, you know, there's 5 kids in there. And a dog called Buster, was it? Bonner? Buster? I can't remember the dog's name. The Redcoats are coming. Yeah, we're the Redcoats. The English are coming. We're coming to invade the US. Oh, yeah, no, that's true. I forgot about the old copyright strike there. I'm going to be doing a couple of things tonight. First, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be building when I come back from the US, because obviously I'm in the US from Saturday. I'm in a protective bubble now, so I don't injure myself, and I don't, obviously I've just put a gauze on here. It's actually helping for this little, what do they call it, ganglion cyst I've got on my wrist, which decided to, boomer, that was it, which came up on Monday. So there you go. But tomorrow, 11 o'clock, we've got to do our COVID test. I've been doing COVID tests all week to make sure it's all cool. Once we've done that, we're leaving for the airport, stay at a hotel overnight, then fly off to Washington the next day. So looking at that. Bring up some real classic book series. You know what? The Three Investigators is still there, Michael, but they dropped the Alfred Hitchcock part of it. So I used to like Jupiter Jones, wasn't it, or something? I can't remember all 3 of them. I used to read them all. The what's it? The Shrieking Clock. It's all good. So yeah, I'm going to show you some of the things we're doing. Also, I've got Dave Howe sent me some videos now regarding this workstation. A lot of people wanted to see what the prototype looks like, what the tools are like, and I think it's good to go into some of the production that Dave's doing behind the scenes. Now, once again, if you want to get hold of the workstation, then you need to register your interest over at Tyrell Models, and you'll see that during the video. The one that he's demonstrating is only a tiny small scale. Obviously, the ones that we're finally going to be getting done are A2 size. But if you have got limited space, they're perfect. So I'm going to show you that in a second as well. I'm just looking down my list. We've got a couple of birthdays. So Arlene, who's 82, when you put MM Howard, I thought, is that Mima? Is that Mima? But you mean it's your mum's. It's your mum's birthday. So happy birthday, Arlene. Happy 82nd birthday. And also on Saturday, we've got Glyn, who got in touch with me after the Patreon stream last night. Happy birthday, Glyn. I don't know how old you are, unfortunately. So I have got my little happy birthday sign there. And I'm only too happy to wish you happy birthday. Now, as for live streams next week, there may be one on Tuesday or Wednesday. There may be one, I don't know. So if you haven't done it already, click the bell icon and it will notify you when I go live. I'll try and keep it to the time zones that I'm on here. But remember, I'm over in America, and at one side I'm going to be like 5 hours behind. How far behind is LA at the moment? Is it 8, 9 hours? Something like that? Crazy. I am drinking Bud tonight. I'm preparing for the US tour. I'm trying to get myself a little bit more, not a lightweight. And yes, rest in peace. That was gutting news, old Ray Liotta dying today. I mean, last week we had Vangelis die. I don't know if I'm cursing things on a Thursday night live stream. It's happened before for me though, I have to say. I met Bill Paxton at the London Film and Comic Con, and then like a month later he died. So who knows? Thank you, Ian. I was just mentioning that you are a lifesaver. It's because of that Ferrari that I injured myself today, because I injured myself on this very desk on the corner of it. I was under there trying to think, did a pack fall out? I went back to the live video because I recorded the Ferrari live, if you remember last time, and I didn't even have the pack. So I had the magazine, but not the pack. So I was like, oh, I don't know. It's not good. What can I say to Dawn for me? Wayne, can you say hi to Dawn? Hello, Dawn. How's it going? Yeah, so Mrs. World of Wayne's going to be shopping until she drops, I think. So it's all cool. And Howard, thank you for that. There's a bit of spending money for Mrs. World of Wayne to get booked. You know what? Spending money. Look, I've got some American dollars. Look on my little wallet there. So that's all I'm allowed. The rest of the money, Mrs. World of Wayne's got. So she's not allowing me to have everything. So I think while we're waiting for some more people to come in here before I start the workstation, I want to show you some of the things that are coming to the channel when I'm back. Now I'm back on the 12th of June, which is a Sunday. So I should be good to go again from the Monday. So the first thing, some of the patrons have already seen this, is, and it's heavy. Oh, I'm going to be building the Sterling kit radial engine. With all the pistons working, the propeller working, full metal, pretty much like the Nodding Donkey we did. And also the, what else do we do? The robot. All metal, exactly the same sort of way. They reckon it's going to take 3 hours to build. I'd like to see that, especially for me. So that's something that's coming to the channel. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a big old thing. And it works. So we're going to be able to see that coming around. Now, from the company Roker, I'm going to be building this. This is probably going to be on the Patreon stream, this one. But I probably will make it available to the community. I'm fascinated by things like this. I've always wanted to get one of these marble clocks or ball bearing clocks. If you look on eBay, you'll see them. And they tell the time by ball bearings. I'm just fascinated by bearings moving around. And that's exactly what this is. This is pretty much laser cut wood and plastic, and you crank the gear there, a bit like Mousetrap. And that's probably where I get it from. Thinking about it, I played too much Mousetrap as a kid. So I'm going to be building that. Mrs. World of Wayne's going to be building some stuff. She's got, once she's finished her one, the Nancy's Bake Shop there. Going to be building that, and that's from Row Life. And then the final thing she's going to the final thing she's going to build is another thing from Cute Bee, which is brilliant. This is, get on the floor here. Now, I don't know if I can show you some of this. Probably better that way. All electrified. She's going to do a book nook, which looks like that. But this one is a pirate themed one. So this is what goes on your shelf between your books. And it's a light up inside of an interior of a pirate ship, which I think is going to be absolutely brilliant to make. Look, that's kind of like what they look like there. So I'm looking forward to seeing her do that one, because I've got a use for that, so that's going to be fun. It's 3:04 on the East Coast, so the East Coast is 5 hours behind. So that's right. So the West Coast must be 8, I'm guessing. 3 p.m. in Michigan. I have got all the times on my phone, actually. I've made sure I've done that as well. Stand by. There we go. So it's 12:09 in Los Angeles, 2:09 in Dallas, 15:09 in Washington, D.C. There you go. So I'm good to go with that. You see, I'm prepared. We're all packed. We're all ready to go. The only thing that's holding us up now is just this COVID test that we got to do tomorrow. 12th of June is 3 days before my birthday. Hey! Well, I'll be streaming on the Tuesday night. Wednesday. So that means... Oh, so on the Thursday night I'll be streaming as well. You have to remind me, Robert. 12th of June. Okie dokie. You have a marble run next to you now. I'm fascinated by it. I always have been as a kid. I used to have one as well where you put the marble in the top and it bounces on trampolines and you had to score in like a score zone. Boomer got a second series. I didn't know that. Wow. So you're telling me the dog got more of the series than the kids did? That's crazy. The PC went boom. I heard that. That's not good. That's not good. But you said the community's helping out with that, hopefully. We might be able to get a PC working. That's not good. You use that quite a lot, don't you? Do you use that for work as well? I suppose you do, or have you got a pad for that? It's not good. You just bought one of the kits. It's the light up globe. Really, Dave? The book nook looks wicked. I've never actually seen one built. So obviously I'm relying on Mrs. World of Wayne to do that. The Maker's Cave, how's it going? Afternoon. You got the marble maze from Roku. The same one. It's not that hard to put together. It's pretty easy and don't need glue. It all fits together really good. James, do you know how long it took you to put it together? I'm trying to ascertain how many videos to do it over. And the problem is when I start these things, I never know when they're going to finish. So I could just be there all day. Pretty much like the schedule. Now, I have done some videos for when I'm away. So tomorrow, you've got the Agora Models Titanic. So if you're building the Hachette Partworks Titanic, I start that tomorrow. But the Agora Models one is only available in the US and Canada. Now, I don't know if you people that are doing the Hachette one know this, but in stage 21, or when you get issue 21, you're going to get some parts to replace from stage 1 and stage 13. And I have detailed all of that on tomorrow's video. Basically, the capstans that you got are white, they've replaced them for silver ones. The steam valves, which were white on issue 1, they've replaced them with yellow ones. The breakwaters, which were grey on pack 1, is now replaced for white ones. And there's a winch change and a fair lead, I think it's fair lead, isn't it? Change for issue 13. But that's all explained in the video, if you didn't know that. But I've enjoyed it. I enjoyed that Titanic. Today, I did the Titanic for Eagle Moss and Diecast Club. So that's out probably next Friday. No. That's out probably the following Monday. Because next Friday, we've got the Route Master, which I've already built as well. The Ducati's out on Wednesday. Mrs. World of Wayne's video is probably going to be out on Monday. Not the weekend this week. Her video will be out on Monday. I think that's it. And today I just got delivered the Fast and the Furious Dodge Charger, which is the main frame of the vehicle. So putting that together when I come back, I think. The Rube Goldberg. Yeah, you see, I'm fascinated by those, Todd, you know. I could watch them. There's so many YouTube videos of people doing the most simplest things in the most elaborate way possible. You know, like dropping some sugar in a cup of tea, but going around the whole room from knocking a marble over to just getting some sugar to drop in some tea. Fascinated. Oh, David was like this on the Patreon stream last night. Apparently I'm not mentioning it enough that I'm going away. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. And I'm going to be visiting the Avengers headquarters in North Carolina, or the Aztec Dummy headquarters. On the penthouse floor in Raleigh. Isn't that right, Lou? You stuck a new one on the credit card. Oh, at least you're going to have something, though. Ed, evening, a bit late. You got your radio... Oh, well, I've got mine there, Ed, so we'll be building it together when I get back. 3 hours. I'm sure we can do that in one go. Date hole, how's it going? Bus build was my favourite build. The bus was excellent, but you know what? The amount of seats that we had to put in part 7, you have to do all the seats of the whole bus, pretty much. And God, it was, yeah, it was another thing. The deep cleaning, you don't have to clean, Lou. I hope you've got some, are we allowed to drink alcohol? I don't know what the laws are in each state. I can have a rum or a beer, can't I? Because you can't have open containers in America, but you can drink in, and you, I don't know. I'll figure it out when I'm there. There was an advert. I can't remember what it was, David, to be honest with you. And did you get the email from Savage? Yeah, I did, about the AT-AT. That looks pretty amazing. I've actually seen that before. But that would be brilliant if they did. That'd be absolutely brilliant. You're required to drink there. Oh, that's cool then, Lou. I'm happy. I'm sure we will, White Glove Models. I'm sure we will. I think you're old enough to drink. Well, I bought my ID just in case, Mrs. Welderwayne. Okay. Right, so I'm gonna be finishing off my beer. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to see the design from Tyrell Models. Now, this the first video I'm going to show you is just about the prototype for the workstation that we're actually designing to build. Now, so many people on the channel have asked about this, and obviously if you haven't done so already, go over to Tyrell Models. I've kept the web address at the bottom of the screen, and you can actually just express your interest. So David there knows how many to actually get in when the first run starts, because obviously they're going to be very limited when they come in, and the first people that have actually registered will be the people to be able to get them. So hopefully if this works, I'm probably going to be on the wrong video. 1 second, I'm just going to check which video I'm meant to be on. I think it's that one. So here we go.
Hello everyone, it's David again. I thought I'd give you an update with where I am with the workstation, mostly because this morning this arrived. This is a sample which is just coming from the manufacturers in China who'll be making the baseboards. As you can see, this is not the actual baseboard. This is an A4 sample. But it's given me a very good idea if they can manufacture it to the standard which I want. And the great news is they can. The rated edges are perfect. The two pieces of acrylic which this is made out of fit together beautifully. This is the recess. Obviously this will be A2 size on the full sized workstation, but that works beautifully well as well. The thing I was, I guess, a little bit concerned about was the screw threads, which you can see here. These are actually inserts. These are put in with a kind of a hot iron almost. They heat the insert, it melts the acrylic, and that's what keeps the insert in place. But this is a threaded screw, which I wanted to put into the workstation, because that's how the back parts, that's how the actual storage units and all the other tool racks will attach. The moment I'm speaking to the person that's actually making those, they're being 3D printed. What kind of screw is the best? It's either a large one, these M5s, or a small one, these M4s. The idea will be once the entire thing is complete, is the back components will ship to customers, and then basically you'll see a component of one of the tool racks, which I think Wayne's got a rendering of, but they'll attach with these screws. So you'll unpack the the tool rack, and you'll literally put this screw into one of these inserts, and that fits in absolutely beautifully into there. That's an M4, which I think will probably be big enough. It's countersunk, so when that actually attaches to the actual baseboard and the whole thing completes, you won't actually see that. That'll actually be part of one of the back parts or one of the tool racks, if you like. But that's probably going to be the size. I think an M4 looks pretty good. I think an M5 may be a little bit overkill, but again, that attaches absolutely beautifully to this sample. The manufacturer's got that literally millimeter perfect. So if you can kind of imagine the tool rack attached to the baseboard with these screws, that's how the workstation will actually assemble once you guys unpack it. So that's where we are at the moment. So this sample's come in this morning, and it's absolutely spot on. So the manufacturers can definitely make the baseboards. I should get the first actual printed versions of the rendering of that tool rack, which I think Wayne's got. That's probably next week. Once we've sorted that design out and we're happy with it and it's strong enough, because there may be an issue with its strength. Next stage will be actually to print the entire tool rack itself, put some actually locating holes into that, get some new renderings done, get some new 3D print, and if all that goes according to plan, I'm hoping to get a full prototype back from the manufacturers in China, probably by the end of next month. I think that's probably doable, but I'll keep you updated. But that's where we are with the workstation. Cheers.
Okay, so that's the oh god, I'm speech jamming myself. So that's the workstation. Now, as David explained, it's modular as well, so I'm going to show you why that one is superior to the one that I've got here, and that's because of the modular work racks that are going to be behind. Now Dave is in chat, so if you've got any questions for him, then by all means just ask him whatever you want. But I'm going to show you part 3. Just welcome to Phil. Phil's over in Cannes at the moment, which is the south of France, I believe. It looks like you're having a great time over there, Phil. It looks like you're having an amazing time over there. But I believe you're traversing through Heathrow tomorrow, and you're going to be airside, where me and Mrs. Rhoda Wayne are going to be landside. So we'll just wave at you as you go through the airport and meet you on Saturday in Washington. That guitar is, I'm telling you, Svi's selling a guitar at the moment, which has got the Boris Karloff, it's the Boris Karloff Mummy, isn't it? On it, the Mummy. What am I saying? Frankenstein. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. You need to check that out. But he's selling it. He's selling it, which wow. But everyone's been looking at that. Okay, so this modular workstation. Are you ready for this? This is amazing. This is. It's certainly an upgrade for what I've got here.
Well, hello everyone. This is a video I didn't think I'm going to get made this week. First half of the video, as you've probably just heard, the sample came a few days ago from China, which I've just explained. Now, if I put that aside for a second, interestingly, this morning, the first components for the new tool racks also arrived, so I can show you those actually for real, and here they are. This is how the base of the tool rack has been designed. I'll explain exactly how this all sort of bolts together and all the rest of that in a future video, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys what this is actually going to look like. This is a prototype, but looking at it in detail this morning, it looks pretty good. It's strong enough, absolutely, and I think it's absolutely versatile, because if I sort of put that down, I can kind of show you how many tools you can get. It's a place for your nippers, large screwdrivers, small screwdrivers. You can put in larger items on this side. Really, anything your heart's desires can go in these racks, because we spent some time thinking about really what everyone would use, and I mean every kind of model maker. Your part work guys, obviously, your trusted screwdrivers are very important, and the sprue cutters, but also everyone else. If you have specific tools, we thought long and hard about the dimensions of these holes, how many there should be, where they should be, that kind of thing. So this system is as versatile as possible. And again, I'll explain that how all this fits together in a future video. That's the actual tool rack itself, which will sit on the back of the workstation. I can show you that with this sample, because if I just move that in like that, that will give you a rough idea of how the actual full-sized workstation will look. That's printed full size. That's the actual full dimensions of the tool rack. Now you get more than this. I'll explain how all this bolts together in a future video. But I just wanted to get this to you guys as soon as possible. Because you'll have seen the base, you'll have seen how the base actually attaches. But that's an actual tool rack. That's how these things are actually 3D printed by my supplier over in Spain. They come like this. What you actually do is you actually snap these things together yourself when they arrive. If you buy one of the workstations, this system comes apart, and that gives you the ultimate in versatility, because these components are part of the ZEP system. If you go and search for ZEP, you'll find it. And I've used that system as the basis for my idea. And I've worked with the designer of ZEP to come up with new components. So for instance, if you wanted these particular sections here, you can have them there, because this thing literally just bolts on to the bottom. And then you can secure it to the baseboard. But again, once I have all the components arranged as I would like them, I'll do a future video with a full-size baseboard, and then you'll be able to see exactly how this thing actually bolts together. But I want to get that out to you as soon as possible. That's how that actually looks. Now, there's one final thing I want to show you, and that's basically a request from Wayne. It's for you, Wayne, basically. What you asked me for was something for these little plastic boxes, which you use a great deal. These things, yeah. They're super useful, really useful for storage, etc. And there's a storage system coming actually for these soon. Again, my design is working on that. But you asked me when I visited, actually, you saying, well, what's really useful for you when you're doing your builds is the oil that you use. And you use one of these for oil. So I thought about how you could actually incorporate these into the baseboard and into the actual workstation. So I had a look at the ZEP system, and the ZEP system has got something which the designer actually calls a decal tray. You can buy the decal tray itself, for decals if you do plastic scale modelling. But I thought that these would be perfect for your application, Wayne. So what I asked the designer was it possible to change the dimensions of an existing ZEP component? And as it happens, it is. So the idea is this is the new component. These plastic boxes fit perfectly into the slot. So this then would then attach to, if I get the box the right way around, but that would then attach to the ZEP system, like that. So then you have basically somewhere to put your oil. That's actually tight enough so you can open the box without having to take the box out of the tray. And you can kind of imagine if for you want lots of these, you can buy as many of these base components as you want and the boxes, and have a row of those if that's how you want to organise your workstation. It's up to you. But that's for you, Wayne. That's something I had a thought. I thought there's something I can do with a decal tray, and that's the actual design. So you can actually see that actually on the system itself. But that's kind of how it all's going to bolt together. Hopefully, that's the tool racks which came this morning. A few other things to tell you later on. It'll be a few more weeks yet before I get a couple of other components which I'm thinking about. But I want to get that out to you as soon as possible. So do come back to me with any sort of feedback. There's lots of forms on the website, so do keep in touch. But yep, that's kind of where we are. Very happy with how these have turned out. So yep, hopefully we can get the workstations really set up and designed and ready to go. Hopefully within a few months. I'm really hoping to get the design really finished off probably this time next month, and then we can start thinking about production. So yeah, so to keep in touch, and I'll speak to you soon.
So as you can see there, the modular system's a game changer. Now when David actually came here, I saw that you had the stuff that we use. So you got the slots for your pliers, for your sprue cutters, for your screwdrivers. But then he got out the modular systems for painting. If you're painting, you've got the little like wires with the crocodile clips on top, paint palettes. You can have whatever you want at the back. And the problem you got with this one is it doesn't really hold tools that well, and it doesn't hold many of them. And there's a lot of space at the back which isn't used, and you can see why now that one's going to be replacing this one here. And just the modular thing is great. The other thing is it should save on postage. Am I right in saying that, Dave? Because all of this would come flat packed rather than like the complete unit that you build up together. So and if you want to have an extra bit for the modular section on the back, you can obviously get that separately. But that is where we're up to. I did promise you that quite a few weeks ago, that we can actually get something to show you how the production of this is going. And I think Dave's looking to get this out nearer October, November time, if I'm right, David. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. But looks good. Looks good. And I do believe you will be posting them worldwide as well, David. Is that right? I hope so. So there you go. But if you are interested in getting one, as I said, I put the website down the bottom there, Tyrell Models. Just go over there, click on Workstation, and you can see a little form just to fill out, just to register your interest in that. So that's all good. Now, talking about manufacturing things. Now, I'm not, what's the word? I'm trying to be very careful with my words here. I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say, but I'm going to say what I want anyway, and hopefully nothing's going to come back. It shouldn't do. But I've received an exclusive invite to go somewhere where I'm going to watch the manufacturing of models and kits. I've been invited by Hornby and Airfix to go and see their manufacturing plant in July. So I'm allowed to film what I want, and they're going to show me everything. So that's going to be on the channel probably late August, because it's going to need editing. But I thought you'd be interested to know that that's going to be coming up as well. Thrilled to be doing that. I don't know what side of Hornby they're going to be showing me, but I do know that they're going to be specialising me showing the injection moulding plant for the Airfix models and stuff. So I'll be able to give you all of that inside knowledge. If there's anything you want me to ask while I'm there, then just email me and I'm happy to ask any sort of questions relating to Hornby or Airfix, and I can ask that while I'm there. So I was gobsmacked when I got that, when they reached out to me for that, and I'm like, well, yeah. And just so you know, I've just realised tonight's stream isn't sponsored by Diddley Squat Farm. I said I'm just, you know, I'm hiding my scar on top here, and I just noticed I happen to have a Diddley Squat Farm shirt on as well. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm so naive, Mike. I didn't realise that Hornby and Airfix are the same company. I didn't realise Hornby Models and Poker are the same company. But there you go. So I'm going to be able to see that. Take care, Lou. I will see you soon. I will see you next week. Wow, next week. That's just made it real. And take care, Phil. I will see you on Saturday. As long as my plane's on time. You happy? Yeah, you know what, Troy? Tony, you know what? I don't know if I'm allowed to bring anyone. Because I thought, oh, this would be a great thing for Mrs. World Away to come and see. But I don't know if I'm allowed to bring anyone. So, what's in the boxes? Book Nook, John, you'll have to watch. Another little mini doll's house thing. A marble run city thing. And a radial engine from Sterling Kit. So, how are you? This is Silvestri Heedon. I'm very fine, Silvestri. Thanking you. An integrated work surface lighting option. Ooh, good idea, Troy. Dave, I hope you're writing these down. I think we did mention about having a lamp plug-in, didn't we? I'm sure that was one of the ideas that we toyed with, first of all. You went to the Hornby factory when it was Scalextrics, and I saw that side of it. It was a great day. I'm looking forward to it. I've got no idea. All they said is I can talk to anyone and I can film anything. So, sounds good, doesn't it? I am off to Margate. You know what? Last time I went to Margate, Gary, was, God, when I was a kid and the Beanos were still on. So you used to get on a bus. If you've watched Only Fools and Horses, the Jolly Boys outing, that used to go on in the 80s. so that's the last time I went to Margate. No, I haven't. I think I watched one episode, Chris, but I don't watch much TV. Is that where that takes place? Is that in Margate as well? Wow. Oh, thank you, Josh. That's appreciated. I'm still missing parts. I haven't got any Knight Rider parts coming. Everyone seems to have issue 35 of the Ecto one. I haven't received anything. So as you can see, I still haven't got my roof rack or my other lights on yet. So I don't know what's going on with that. I did have notification that the Eleanor has been sent out. So I'm well ahead of the Eleanor. And I've had notification that the Titanic's sent out. Titanic's looking really good at the moment. I actually had to paint some pieces today, which, offhand, I don't know where they are. Oh, I'm starting to lose things. It really is becoming the world of Wayne. He's off all over the place. Yeah, I'm becoming a jet setter. The thing is, Fee, that I'm trying to contain my excitement because it's driving Mrs. World of Wayne. It's driving Esther absolutely crazy. Because I just can't wait to get to the airport. I just want to get this damn stupid COVID test out of the way. Once that's done, I'll be in holiday mode. Get to the airport. Check in, because I'm allowed to check in between 6 and 9. Check in for my flights as soon as I get my COVID test. And then I'm just going to chill out in the lounge until the plane leaves. And yeah, I haven't been on a plane in 12 years. So, as I said, me and Mrs. World of Wayne have never been abroad together. So this is a new thing. Thinking of a USB add-on for charging things up. Oh my god. Wow. I hope, David, I hope you've got your notepad there. Obviously, things like that would be modular because you'd have your base, then you'd have your modular units, and obviously the modular units we've got are for making paint and all of that. But you got to remember that as long as if you've looked at that ZEP system, I think that's what it's called. Obviously, it's got sort of like a dovetail fixing that you put them in. So theoretically, if you can think of it, you can do whatever you want to fix it into that modular area. And just because it might not be available doesn't mean you can't make it available. That makes sense. Model building, you can fabricate something. What's the difference between the two Titanic builds? One's metal and plastic, and one's wooden and brass with some bits of plastic in as well. The wooden one is just like building a wooden ship, to be honest with you. So a hell of a lot of difference. But today, I mean, you do need some tools for the wooden one, which they do list them in issue 1, but they are very, very tiny as in not the tools, as in the list of stuff that you need. I'll be lost without my scroll saw or my jigsaw there, which I needed quite a lot today. A drill press will definitely come in handy as well. Sander, sandpaper, lots of spare bits of wood, saw, you need loads, wood glue. I don't know. I think primarily, Robert, that they were advertising the day more on the Airfix line rather than the Horby line. But I don't know. I don't know. I think that if there are things that are being released that they've got a they'll probably have an NDA on. I don't know that you know you can't talk about. We'll have to see. But it's not just me. I haven't had a personal invite. It's basically they've approached some YouTubers that specify models to see if they'd like to come. I've obviously said yes. I'm just waiting for an email back now, but I'll probably get that nearer the time. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great... Hornby owns Corgi? No, what? What the Hornby own? Right, hang on. Hornby owns Humble, Airfix, Corgi Toys. Wow. I had no idea. No idea. Just seeing what else they've got. Lima, Poacher, Scalextrics. Yeah, you're right. Wow. I'm definitely gonna have to do my Meccano. Okay, I'm gonna have to do my homework, I think, before I get there. I can't go without knowing. At the moment, my level of knowledge is here, and I think it's gonna need to be up here if I'm gonna be asking questions. You watched the Hornby series. I watched one episode where they were designing a train and they were trying to make sure it was balanced correctly when it went over the corners, but I can't remember. That's such a while ago. Was that Chris just asking if they've got a shop there? Did Mrs. Wellaway really ask if there's a shop? Please don't say she did. Mrs. Wellaway watched it. I was going to say that would be just like Mrs. Wellaway to ask if there's a shop there. She's not interested in the place to go. I'm going to take my hat off. No, I'm not. I'm going to keep my hat on to protect that. I'm going to turn the air conditioning on because I'm getting really hot in here. I have put a noise gate on the stream, so when I'm not talking, you can't hear anything. Hello, Stream Elements. You've just popped up on the stream. Thank you, David. See you later. A Cadbury's lorry and a Lego track have collided. What's this? On the motorway. Please say the road is chock-a-block. Oh my God, Mark. The funny thing is, they're my sort of jokes. Sit by the black box. That's the last thing I want to hear, Ian. I heard yesterday that a plane leaving Heathrow got turned around on its way to Philadelphia because of I think it was a pressurized cabin problem. You've never been on a plane, Mike? God. I have, but I said last time I went away was 2009, so it's probably almost 13 years ago. I know you ain't doing the Spitfire build anymore. You've been onto Hatchet about the quality and got nowhere. Sent them a picture of gaps, paint differences, and a perspex cover. Refunded for the box only. Really? Odd. I've got the diorama figures are still coming because I'm giving them to my brother. My dad's more than happy with what he got. If I had the time, I probably would have stripped it all down, but I haven't got the time, and nor's my dad really, so I wanted him to have it. You're thinking of a trip for Wayne's 50th. To where? We off to Iceland? That could be fun. You need to visit Sark. You know what? The Philip, the Esther's wanted to go over there, big time. Well, they were doing all the Channel Islands. Next Ducati video is Wednesday, Mapuck, and we've you probably see it behind. We've done the forks and the front wheel, although the Orca's hiding the front wheel at the moment. That took almost all day. What did take all day, actually? It was the Routemaster. The Routemaster bus took me pretty much all day, that Pack 7. David, I think... sorry, I think David Howe said £150, I think. Does the tool stand stack up? Yes, I believe it does, Kevin. What is your next build on the channel? I think she's going to be building the Book Nook as the next thing, John. Or she might be doing the Happy Corner Nancy's Bake Shop. I don't think she's got much left behind me here. I don't know if you can... No, you can't really see it there. Some tables that she's made. That video, remember, is not going to be out on Saturday. It's probably going to be a Monday video, that one. Caleb, what you got there? You just got your AMT Fibre Optic USS Enterprise D to replace my Eagle Moss Enterprise build. Should be fun, as this will be your first attempt at fibre optics. Just keep them away from super glue, Caden. If I've learned anything, don't get super glue anywhere near them, because they just like dissolve and snap. Hello, Top Hat. Hello. Do you have a favourite Airfix model? Not really. I mean, I love the SR71 that Ian sent me, which I've got to Ian Longley. That's I've still got to build, and I'm enjoying building the old space shuttle up there, which I still haven't finished. I'm one of these people that start things and then move on to something else, and I just have loads of unfinished things. I need to sort that out as well in my life. I need to start finalising projects before I move on to the next one. They've got a big shop. Don't tell her that. Mrs. World Wayne's going to want to come. At the moment, I'm going on my own, Chris. I'm having like a jolly boy outing rather than a jolly couples outing. You found this other model builder from France, Mario 13. Yes, I watch Mario. I don't understand the word in French, but I like to watch his Amazon. Yeah, I've watched all his Amazon builds. Mario's actually a friend of mine on the channel. But yeah, I do love the. I will be starting my Volvo soon, as I like to call it, Skoda. I don't know why that is. Hello, Diadems over on Twitch. You found the Knight Rider model on eBay, and it has all the issues, so I'm thinking about ordering it. Sylvester, I'd hold off because not all the issues are out yet, even in other countries which started way before us. I think someone's getting ahead of themselves. Yes, Obi-Wan. And the thing is that Obi-Wan starts tomorrow on the 27th. At the same time, Stranger Things 4 starts on Netflix. So I think my plan tomorrow is to watch Obi-Wan and download Stranger Things so I can watch it on the plane. There you go. See? Done and dust. Iceland the place. Hope your head's okay. It's getting there. It's actually a bit sore tonight, I have to say. But the problem was, I mean, it's not really much to look at now because I've cleaned it up. But when you cut your head open, it bleeds a lot. I mean, I know because you've probably seen I've got a scar here. Chicken machine. That was a chicken machine that did that. One of the ones that dispense a novelty egg. When I was 7, I wanted to know how it worked. It made a clucking noise. I ran over to it, tripped on the carpet, whacked the machine on the side, and blood went everywhere. And similar thing happened today, but rather than spray out, it was just falling down my head. So I didn't faint. I'm getting good with that. I didn't faint, but I did call Mrs. World Wayne up and just say, I've had an accident. You're on holiday in Weymouth? You know what? That's a place I'd like to visit, Amy. That and Portland Bill. But Mrs. World Wayne said she'll take me to Bath one day, so we could probably do that whole trip through Bath, Weymouth, and then along the south coast. I think that's something that's coming. Wait a minute, Bergdis, are you telling me that you've got Iceland shops in Iceland? No way. I wouldn't have even guessed that. Like the Enterprise, yeah, Simon, the Enterprise is still up on the wall there. And the main reason for that is, let's see if I can tease something like that. Let's put this round like I'm teasing. Teasing, teasing, teasing. There. See that little thing on the right-hand side? That's the new build coming to the channel next week. Now, those of you who are astute will probably notice that one of the videos over the last 2 weeks, I had that on full display in the videos, and I've just kept quiet about it. So, but that'll be announced on Tuesday. You chucked your Ecto 1 in the bin. I didn't know that. I must have missed that, Jamie. And today you received issue 35. Yes, I regret it now, but I've done my head in. Now I've got the cancer thyrosis. What a plonker. Why did you chuck it, Jamie? See, I haven't had any problems with the Ecto 1, apart from the fact that I put that middle bulkhead, if you like, with the speakers in the wrong way, which has affected the doors closing. Now, I am going to fix that, but I'm not taking it out. I'm just going to... I mean, the way I've got it seems logical that the speakers are facing the right way. But I'm going to do it just so that the doors can actually close properly. Other than that, everything's working on it. So, you got credited for the acrylic cover for the Spitfire too. So from issues 98 to 100, it isn't being charged. I'm going to do what you did and leave the gears as they are. Replace the board in the base. Wow. I wonder how many people actually have had problems. I was watching Mark Mod's stream. Mark Mod's, just so you know, Ian wanted me to mention about the Yorkshire modelers. I really need links. Ian, if you're on here, can you text me or post me links on Facebook Messenger so I can actually bring some people over that? But I was watching Mark's stream on Sunday night. This is where the Wayne drives on Sunday when we're coming back from Essex. So I'm there sitting watching live streams on my phone. And I think a lot of people have had problems with that Spitfire. I went to the stage where, again, it will just do my head in if I keep thinking about it. So I've washed my hands with it. It's done. My dad's got it. Draw a line under it. That's done. So, but I mean, if that was one of your only builds you're doing, I can understand your frustration. Big time. Big time. Yes, the Batman Tumbler is coming for a full release. I believe that's going to be in the Christmas period, so just after the Christmas period. So that's good to know. So we can start prepping up for the Tumbler. I don't know any news about the Eagle Moss 1966 Batmobile yet. But I'm sure Eagle Moss are well aware that the Hachette are bringing the Tumbler out. If they're not, and you're watching from Eagle Moss, Hachette are bringing out the Tumbler in January. Watching YouTube video the other night, Wayne, a guy has a 4.25 long Airwolf radio control. Oh my god, yeah, my brother would love that. You know what? The amount of people that have mentioned that, Mark, I wouldn't be surprised if that does come out soon. But remember, Agora Models at the moment, if you haven't seen their social media posts, are in LA at the moment. They're at a licensing convention. So you can imagine the licensing they got there. Now, I did see some of their pictures. They're hanging around the Hasbro stand. So, you know, you're looking at your Transformers and stuff. So, I don't know, James, Liam and the team over there. But I'm sure that you're salivating at some of the licenses that are probably available. And on my post, I said, bring back something nice. So you never know. I had no idea that was such a thing, a licensing convention. But I bet you it's one hell of a convention to go to. And I bet you those guys out there are having a field day. Absolute field day. Portland Bill was fantastic. I will go there, especially when down on the rocks, Wayne, just feeling the power of the sea. That and as I said to Chris Hurst, Cornwall. I've never ever been to Cornwall. I said the closest I've been is Devon. So one day I'll get down to Cornwall. Which video has the build in it, Ed? What one? What are we talking about? All accidents must be recorded on the accident board. You know why I took it down, Robert? It's because lately I've been doing my videos out of chronological order. So that board would have been going 2 days, then 8 days, then jumping back to 5 days. So that's why now I just put a message up every day for whatever video I'm doing. So I'm flying with BA. I'm actually with American Airlines most of the journey, but because it's been booked through American Airlines, I'm flying. They've chartered, well, not chartered. They're under the code for the American Airlines, but with British Airways. So, oh, Mrs. Rodawayne's answered that question. Model bound Schwaben, that's the one. Noch it Landsman, Helig Grossa aus Schwabisch Hall. Oh, so model bound's in here tonight. Oh, hello. Guten Abend. Wie geht es dir? Hello, Jeffrey. Take care, mate. We will, definitely. I can't wait to get a Wonderfest video out. I'm going to be like Phil was last year. I know I'm going to be like a kid in the sweet shop. I have got all my filming equipment and my computer equipment with me, so going to be interesting. I'm going to cut myself putting the armour on. I cut myself doing everything. I don't know what it is, random Nickify. I just keep having accidents last week, and I don't know why. I mean, my ganglion cyst, that's not anything to do with me. That just appeared. But cutting my head open, yeah, that was me. And you know what? When I was under this table, I thought to myself, better not hit my head, and then promptly hit my head. I don't know, Pete, you know, I've been trying to figure out what it was. And it's a big license, that's all I know. So I haven't got a clue. If it's not RoboCop and it's not the Alien, what other one or scale figure, like the scale figures that we've got with the Iron Man and C-3PO, would be out there? Although the C-3PO isn't a scale figure. Who knows? Who knows? Where you be to, Wayne? Where you be to? I don't know. I think I remember Paynton in Devon, Chris. And I remember there was a zoo there. And there was a model village. Or was that in Torquay? There was a model village somewhere. Paynton or Torquay, I can't remember. That's as far down as I went. Now, my son went to Creeley, wherever that is. He enjoyed Creeley. But yeah, I've never been to Cornwall. Oh, the build that you can't mention. I'm not telling you what video it's in because I can't mention it till Tuesday. You should know what it is by now. I gave enough clues. If you don't know the clues, I'll tell you them again. It was a Dalmatian. I know that patrons know what it is. So patrons, please, because they figured it out because I had a secret code on the board there, and I think a lot of them figured it out. But I had a Dalmatian. I had the front of a cinema saying late night double feature picture show. I had the words XFS04E17. I had a nuclear explosion in a city. And was that the only thing I had? Was it, wasn't it? Thinking. I think that was all the clues. Just thinking. Yeah, I think that was all the clues. Oh, how you enjoyed the Back to the Future musical? Amazing show. We loved it in November. You're going to love the end. You are going to love the end. The head hurts. The head hurts, Will. Ron, probably not, because it's already had a first run. I've seen the Samba. It looks really good. Beanie's Hobbies has got the Samba. If I weren't doing so many builds, then definitely Ron. But at the moment, with the builds I've got coming up as well, I really haven't got the time. Thank you, John. You're a chef. I'm lethal with a knife, mainly to myself. The Megazord is the same size as Iron Man, Batman, and RoboCop. I mean, Batman. I haven't seen a big, massive Batman figure. I haven't seen a big, massive C-3PO. And I'm trying to think, what iconic models would I want to build? And I think up there, C-3PO, which does things, light up eyes and all of that. That would be an awesome one to do. Ed 209. I haven't said RoboCop and Alien because they're already out. I'd like to do an Ed 209. I'd like to do one of the classic robots. So, I don't know, the Forbidden Planet. I don't know. But what sort of figurines would you have? See, Batman, the good thing about Iron Man is he's got things that do things. Unless you've got a whole utility system on the Batman, I can't see that really being one of those large-scale figures. I think the thing with these part work models, apart from really the Peugeot, I think that was the exception to the rule, is that they do something. And I know you get the engine noise and the brake lights on that, but just looking at the model in itself is great. Get down to Cornwall. I'd love to get down there, Chris. You just need to sort out your road system down there. Because like a 3-hour drive for me from here is going to take me like 7 hours. But I'm sure you could educate me in whether cream goes on before the jam or if jam goes on before the cream. You think you know it? Well, if you watch the Patreon stream from 2 weeks ago, Ed, there's a few numbers up on the board, and those numbers will help you out. And if you still don't know, just Google those numbers. That will help you out. Oh, it's in Torquay. Oh, right. I was way off. I knew it was in one of them two. I remember it being a really good model village. Some of those model villages, you know, there's one in, there's a Merivale in Great Yarmouth, which I love. I love a model village, I tell you. I think Wayne and I need to do a road trip to visit some of you. We'd love that. No, definitely. We missed that. We went to Carfilly last year. Carfilly last year to drop off a Peugeot prize, actually. And we really enjoyed that weekend, so we'd be happy to go around the country. Obviously, not so much in the next 2 months, because even when we're back from America, we've got a month before we're off again to Scotland and then the Isle of Wight. So, and Insomnia Gaming Festival again. Wayne, have been to the Tramway Museum in Matlock? No, I couldn't even tell you what that is. You done it wrong and collected loads of issues so you could build a lot. One time, the frame was bent, so driver door wouldn't fit. Contact emails because it's been too long. A lot of people have been in that boat, Jamie, I'm afraid. And even I went into that boat, Jamie, with a Ferrari yesterday. I thought, because I had the magazine for issue 71, I had the parts, but I didn't. Now, good thing about the Panini is they are sending me out an issue 71, but it's out of stock. I don't know when I'm getting it. So thank you to Ian Knights, who's going to be sending me one. You know what I should do, Ian? Thinking about it, because you've saved my neck on that window, I should get a little decal saying Ian Knights put on the window. What do you reckon? That'd be a good idea, I think. Just like the Sprueverse door I've got here. The Lost in Space robot kit would be good. Yeah, no. Take care, Kaylin. See you later. Next time we chat, I'll be over your side of the pond. I've been to Minehead. Minehead's in Somerset. Been to Minehead quite a few times. And take care, Roger. They've been digging outside the house all weekend. I bet that's giving you a headache then, Chris. Scone, then jam, then cream. That's a proper... Hello, Roy. Roy's in here somewhere. What robot? The original one or the one on Netflix? Oh, you talked about the... sorry, was it you said to come? I'm not with it tonight. You can tell I'm in holiday mode now. I watch all your streams, seen all the clues. Well, those numbers, Ed, that you saw on the... It's only on the Patreon stream, that one. So there's your clue for you. There's 3 sets of numbers of 2 digits each. Just join them all up and type it in Google and you'll know exactly what it is. All the patrons are now frantically running off. You go to a licensing convention in London each year. It's a lot of fun and you get paid to be there. Really? Wow. You know what? The thing is that you'd see the license, you'd have your idea what you want to do. And then when the prices start to get negotiated, that's the bit that I think might be a bit, you know what? But I bet it's a fun thing. I had no idea building with the boys that was such a thing. But if they're doing one in Vegas next year, you never know. I've promised Mrs. World Away and I'll take her to Vegas. I could probably get her out there. We could kill 2 birds with 1 stone next year, Mrs. World Away. We could go to Vegas and then go off to Wonderfest and do it that way. Chris, you haven't seen my wardrobe. I didn't need to get a costume. I probably own one. My clothes are so old. Oh dear. It's been a blast. Oh, is it that time of night, is it? It is. Oh my God, that's gone quick. Okay, so look, this is the last live stream. And the next time you see me, I'm going to be in America. Now, you will see the ghost of me. That's probably an ominous word to say. In the next couple of weeks, doing videos that I've been doing all week here, probably why I've injured my wrist. And I do make mention to the cut on my head in some of these videos as well. But tomorrow you have got the Agora Models Titanic. So I hope you enjoy that. And the next video will probably be on the channel on Monday after that. I will try and get videos up Monday, Wednesday and Friday. But remember, I'm very much prone to doing impromptu live streams in the next 2 weeks. So hopefully I might be able to catch up with some of you. But listen, thank you for joining me tonight. And take care. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks.